Yo, welcome back to Eat, Sleep, Breathe, Hoops with your boy, Nikki P, man. What's going on? My fellow Eat, Sleep, Breathe, Hoop family. What's good with y'all, man? Y'all saw the thumbnail, man. An interesting topic today. We're going to jump into the top 5 best players to ever come out of small colleges and go do their thing in the league. That's right, we ain't talking about the big D1s like Duke and UCLA, USC, fight on to the Trojans and all these other schools, man. We're talking about, the under-the-radar schools that had some under-the-radar players who just came up, did their thing, had big dreams, and didn't let anything deter them, and went and balled out once they made their chance and got their shot in the league. When you think of NBA greatness, most people picture the blue blood programs like I was just mentioning, the Dukes, the Kentucky, North Carolinas, Kansas. Those schools are pipelines producing stars every decade. But greatness isn't always born under the brightest lights. Sometimes it's molded into the quiet gyms of the mid-majors where players learn to grind without the glamour. This is a story about those underdogs, players who came from small schools, overlooked and underestimated, yet rose to dominance on the world's biggest basketball stage. These 5 names didn't just make it, they changed the game. Let's start with the legend whose story feels like a basketball miracle. Number 5, that's none other than Scottie Pippen. Coming out of Central Arkansas, an NAIA school at the time, Pippen wasn't even on anyone's radar. He started as a team manager before earning a scholarship. Yep, that's right. The man who became one of the greatest two-way players in NBA history started by handing out water bottles. But what he had was raw determination and incredible physical gifts. By the time he declared for the draft in 1987, after hitting that huge growth spurt in college, his athleticism, length, and defensive potential were undeniable. Pippen was drafted 5th overall and traded to the Chicago Bulls, where he became the perfect complement to Michael Jordan. He was versatile before versatility was trendy, guarding every position, pushing the ball in transition, and orchestrating the offense when Jordan rested. He was a 6-time NBA champ, 7-time NBA All-Star, 10-time All-Defensive Team, and a top 50 and top 75 greatest player even today, and his name will probably never get pushed down that list. Pippen redefined what it meant to be a wing. His rise from a tiny Arkansas gym to a global superstardom type of situation proved that greatness can grow anywhere. When you talk about small school success stories, Scottie Pippen is the standard. And number 4, jumping in to Dennis Rodman, aka the Worm. If Pippen's story was about balance and polish, Rodman was about chaos and energy. He played at Southeastern Oklahoma State, another NAIA school. After working through personal struggles and odd jobs, he was discovered late, but once he got on the court, his athleticism and intensity were unmatched. Rodman wasn't a scorer, he was a disruptor. He did all the dirty work. He dove for loose balls, boxed out giants, and hustled every game like it was his last and put his body out on the line every single game. And that relentless motor made him one of the most impactful players of his era. 5-time NBA champion, 2 of them things with Detroit and 3 with Mike and them in Chicago, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 7-time rebounding champion. Let me say that, a 7-time rebounding champion under 6'10". Crazy. And of course, a Hall of Famer. Rodman proved that you don't need a Duke or a Kansas jersey to dominate. You just need heart. He became the embodiment of effort, a player whose game was built on energy and not ego. From a small Oklahoma gym to Madison Square Garden lights, Rodman's story showed that defense, hustle, and heart can earn you a place among the legends. Number 3, man, we taking it back. And if you don't know this man, you need to go do your homework. That's none other than George Gervin, the Iceman. Born and raised in Detroit, Gervin played at Eastern Michigan, a smaller D1 school, before transferring briefly to Long Beach, but never played there, instead going straight into pro ball through the ABA. So his past stayed true to that small school grind. Gervin wasn't loud, he wasn't brash, he was cool. A cool, calm, collected cat that didn't take no nonsense if you pressed him. That's why they called him the Iceman. And his game, super smooth, super silky, man. That legendary finger roll, it wasn't just a move, it was poetry in motion. In the late 70s and early 80s, Gervin was the premier scorer in the NBA. There's even clips of Michael Jordan outside at a park hoop court with George Gervin just kind of picking his brain about the game, man. Go look that up if you haven't seen that. That's how you become great. You pick the brains of greats that came before you. George Gervin led the league in scoring 4 times. That's right, 4 of them things, man. Like some of the other guys I've mentioned in other videos. He earned 9 All-Star selections and a reputation as one of the most effortless offensive players of all time. NBA scoring titles, 4 of them things in 78, 1979, 1980, and 82. He was a 9-time All-Star like I just alluded to, and of course he got that gold jacket for the Hall of Fame. He didn't need flash, he had finesse. Coming from a smaller program, Gervin had to fight for recognition. But once he got his shot, he became the face of style and scoring. The Iceman's legacy? Proof that no matter where you come from, elegance and efficiency always shine. Number two, we jumping into getting down to the nitty gritty with this list, man. Now we'll get a little bit more modern with it. A small school icon, that boy Dame Dollar, aka Damian Lillard out of Weber State University. Lillard's rise in the 2010s mirrors the journey of every small school player who ever been doubted. Out of high school, he had only a handful of offers. Weber State, a small Big Sky program in Utah, took a chance on him, and Lillard made sure the world remembered his name. At Weber, he became a scoring machine and a leader, but still, when he entered the 2012 NBA draft, there were skeptics. Could a guy from a small school really thrive against elite competition? The answer was adamant yes. He became Rookie of the Year in 2013. He has multiple All-NBA selections, and he's one of the deepest range shooters, one of the greatest shooters of all time, low-key, if we really keeping it a buck. And there's been countless moments where he stepped up to the occasion. You could tell he's a real dog. And there's been countless moments in regular season and playoff times where Dame Dollar stepped up to the occasion when his team needed him to take over. He put them on his back and carried them, to that finish line for a win. He redefined clutch basketball. He didn't just make deep shots. His mentality, his loyalty to Portland, and his fearlessness made him a modern hero for small school players everywhere. He's not just representing Weber State. He's representing every kid from a gym nobody's ever heard of who believes they can make it to the league. And last but not least, man, that number 1 spot, we're getting into that boy. Y'all know who it is, man. Y'all know who the best small school player is. None other than Steph Curry, coming out of Davidson College, man. Curry's story is the stuff of legend. Davidson, a small liberal arts college in North Carolina, was barely known for basketball. But in 2008, during March Madness, the world watched a skinny guard with a babyface torch powerhouse teams. Gonzaga, Georgetown, Wisconsin, and nearly beat Kansas. He was electric, unpredictable, and fearless. But even after that, many doubted if his game would translate. Too small, too frail, too reliant on jump shots. And now, he's changed the game. He's changed the way basketball is played across the globe. For the better or for the worse, that's up for y'all to decide. Maybe I'll make another video strictly on how Curry has changed the game and if it's elevated the game or made the game decline a bit. But back to this. He's a 4-time NBA champion, a 2-time MVP, NBA's all-time leading scorer in 3-point shots made, multiple scoring titles, and he revolutionized the game of basketball. Steph Curry made shooting cool. He made belief contagious. He made the small school kid the hero of the modern game. Every time he pulls up from 30, every time he turns away before the shot even drops, he's proven that greatness doesn't care about the conference prestige or recruiting stars. It only cares about work ethic, faith, and fire. And there's a couple honorable mentions I want to throw in there, man. Before wrapping this thing up, let's give props to a few other legends that went to small schools and did their thing in the league. Starting off with Ben Wallace, man. He went to a D2 called Virginia Union. Came to the league undrafted, ended up snatching 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and became an NBA champion. He may be the best undrafted player of all time. Charles Oakley, who also went to Virginia Union, D2. Virginia Union knows how to recruit some of these low-key guys that will end up being great. Charles Oakley was a rebounding machine and one of the toughest, most physical cats to ever play the game. Terry Porter went to Wisconsin's Stevens Point, another NAIA school, was a really solid point guard who carved out a long NBA career. And last but not least, for honorable mentions, Robert Parrish, man, went to Centenary College and became a 4-time NBA champion and a Hall of Famer. So in closing, the path to the NBA isn't always lined with banners and national TV games and Sometimes it starts in a gym that barely holds 2,000 people, where players grind without cameras, where belief is their only fuel. Pippen, Rodman, Gervin, Lillard, Curry, they all share one thing in common. They refuse to be defined by where they started. They turn small opportunities into big legacies. And that's the real beauty of this game of basketball. Talent can come from anywhere. Greatness doesn't need a big name, it just needs a big heart. So the next time you watch a game and see a player from a small school drop 30 on a Power 5 opponent, remember this list. Because history tells us the next Steph Curry might be warming up in a gym you've never even heard of. Small school, big dream, and an even bigger impact. That's the legacy of the greatest small college players in NBA history. And with that said, you know who this is, man. You rocking with your boy, Nicky P. And this is Eat, Sleep, Breathe, Hoops. And until the next time, peace.